We have all experienced what a bad day feels like. But when the unthinkable happens, you'll be amazed to discover how lucky, fortunate or blessed some people can be. From surviving a tornado to being plane wrecked at sea for a solid 9 hours, here are 8 black people who survived the impossible. Number 8. Alexis Goggins and Mom. There is no love greater than the true love of a daughter for her mom.
I totally agree.
Alexis Goggins became a hero when she jumped in front of her mother to save her from a barrage of bullets. Alexis and her mom were kidnapped by her mom's ex. While the man was driving the two away from the city, Alexis' mom tried to get out of the car and shout for help, but the man cocked his gun. Scared for the life of her mom, the ill Alexis shielded her mom, thinking this would stop the man from shooting, but the man started shooting anyway, firing about 12 rounds at the girl and her mother with the intent of neutralizing the two at the same time. Alexis' mom got shot in the head and arm, while Alexis was shot in the eye, left temple, chin, cheek, chest and arm. Miraculously, both mother and daughter survived this horrific accident and are still living today. Number 7. Roy Mahamudsa. Call it luck or divine intervention, but this man looked death right in the face and gave it the middle finger. Mahamudsa, who plays for the Orlando Pirates, was out driving with his car when it slipped on a wet patch out road, causing him to lose control of his vehicle. As you can see, the guardrail pierced the rear of his car, went through the entire vehicle, and also made its way through the windscreen. Mahamudsa miraculously walked out of his car with only minor injuries. Number 6. David Goggins.
So about 4 months ago, I had a major leg surgery. I got plates and screws in my leg. That's the edema that's in it. These are my fingers.
David Goggins operates on a different vibration than any human on the planet. For the context of how different he is from every human, here is a short summary of some of his insane accomplishments. He lost about 48 kg in about 3 months, held the most pull-ups in 24 hours, completed 2 Navy SEAL Hell Weeks, finished a 160-kilometer marathon despite having broken both his feet with 48 miles to go, and still continued to run anyway.
I mean, I would think that you would be a go-to guy for injuries.
Yeah,
like if anybody's
I had them all, dude. I've had them all.
After sustaining countless injuries due to putting himself through all of the above, you wouldn't really expect this 47-year-old man to ever be able to walk again, much less do something similar. Well, that's where you and I will be wrong. In October 2020, David Goggins completed a 386-kilometer marathon, lasting 63 hours and 2 minutes. Now, this is by no means to show you what a great example David Goggins is and how you should go follow in his footsteps. Most likely, you will die and I will get sued. Number 5. Joseph Williams. Can you imagine life without a mouth and a jaw? You won't be able to talk, eat or drink. This is the life of Joseph Williams, a man not through any accident but was born this way, and what's sad, he's been bullied for the most part of his life. Emotional as this might sound, living with autophagial syndrome isn't an easy feat.
Yes, I know I look different and most people in this world have not ever seen anyone like me. But rather than to act out of pocket or ignorant, just ask me what happened. Or even ask my wife.
Daily life for Joseph isn't even something you and I can imagine. He can't eat, speak or even breathe properly. He has a tube in his stomach which he puts liquid food into. This means he has never tasted food. If this isn't surviving the impossible, then I don't know what is. Number 4. Charles Lester Williams and son. Nature is indeed scary. Charles Lester and his son, Ricky, were busy watching TV when they suddenly heard a loud storm approaching. Immediately, Ricky assisted his mom up the stairs to hide in their bathtub, the very place we've all come to believe to be one of the safest places to hide during natural disasters. A tornado ripped off the roof of their house, but the tub in which they were hiding remained strong, which was quite unbelievable. The tornado then lifted the two in the air alongside other pieces of furniture. They later made it back to the ground safely, with only a few bruises and cuts. Number 3. Jelani Craig. Whichever guardian angel watches over Craig meets a race. This young man was speeding in a sports car and crashed into a massive truck.
It's hard to imagine that anyone could possibly survive such a crash, but not only is he alive, he's actually turned on his phone and is recording his very own rescue.
Sitting underneath the truck right now.
Get a Halligan bar?
Firefighters trying to get me out.
Eyewitnesses at the scene, including the fire department, said he shouldn't have even survived after such a horrific accident. How Craig made it out safely was rather surprising. He cut his seatbelt just in time to free himself from the driver's spot and moved over to the passenger seat instead. All Craig lost was a tooth and a little cut on his hand. Number 2. Nyla. This 9-year-old bravely escaped a kidnapper, and this is how it all happened. Nyla, who is a 4th grader, and her baby brother King were in the backseat of their mom's car on a Monday evening when her mom ran into a convenience store to use an ATM. According to Nyla, a boy approached their car looking at her in a strange way. Her mom quickly ran back to the car after sensing her children were in danger. When she came next to the car, it unlocks due to the close proximity unlock feature of the key fob. The boy got into the car and sped off while the children were still seated in the backseat. The little girl had a decision to make, and what she decided to do surprised many.
I just closed my eyes and I was thinking, I was like, what I was gonna say.
That's when she says she reached for the unlock button in the car.
As I reached into unlock the door, he was like this. And I was like, please sir, let us out the car. Please sir, please, can you let us out the car? I don't got nothing to do with this, please.
She says the only thing the kidnapper said to her was, get out.
Number 1. Bahia Bakari. There is no way anybody ever walks away from an accident like this one. Bahia Bakari was traveling with her mother to visit family when their plane, Yemenia Flight 626, crash-landed in the Indian Ocean. Everyone but her on the flight KO'd. Bakari was just 13 at the time of the accident. She held on to debris from the wreck for over 9 hours, unable to see and facing the roughness and coldness of the sea.
I remember the plane started to descend. They told us to fasten our seatbelts because we were crashing. After that, I don't remember what happened. I only remember an electric shock. I heard other voices, women crying out. But I didn't see them. I saw fragments and decided to hang on. I was hanging on to a piece of the plane. At that moment, I thought no one will find me. Then I heard someone shouting, "Come here."
She was later rescued and treated for a broken collarbone, hypothermia, and bruising. In 2010, Bakari released her memoir. Steven Spielberg reportedly wanted to adapt the book, but Bakari turned him down, saying it would be too terrifying. Nobody could act out the pain I felt in those moments. Do you believe these stories are miracles or just luck? Let us know in the comment section below. Do share with a friend on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. As usual, I'm your host Murphy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.